Hi, it's me, Kat, again, and I'm home from work, and I've been thinking to make a video about why I decided not to ignore my intuition anymore. I had an incident. Oh, and please subscribe and hit the like button if you like this, but something happened to me years ago that made me realize I couldn't ignore my intuitive side anymore or deny it or anything like that. Sorry, I'm tired after work. And so I guess it was several years ago. Maybe 2, 3 years ago. I'm not sure how long. Anyway, I went to I think I might be too tired to do this. I went to a birthday party, and the girl, it was a very upsetting experience. There was a girl there named Ebony, and she was really nice. I really liked her. It was the first time I'd met her, and it was a horror society party, so it was at the film set for the Chainsaw Massacre, where they have like a thing set up so that you could stay there overnight. I think they terrorize you during the night or something, I don't know. But anyway, we had a Ouija board and we were playing with the Ouija board, her and Ebony and I really liked her. She was so nice. And then we all went for a walk in the graveyard, because that's what horror society people do. My son was with me, and when we were coming back from the graveyard, I told my son, and this is part of the reason why I don't tell my friends about it. I think they would understand, but I'm so afraid of losing a friend, or I've recently come into contact with a family member of hers, and I'm afraid that people will judge me or think that I did wrong because I have no control over my intuition. And then, like, if I have intuition, I can completely forget, like, the next minute that I ever had it. And it could take a long time for it to come back. So we went into the graveyard, and when we were coming out of the graveyard, I got this feeling. I said, that girl, Ebony, I have a feeling she's not gonna be around for very long. Something violent, something to do with Christmas. I don't. But if I say anything, people will think I'm crazy. No one will listen to me. So of course I didn't say anything, and of course I completely forgot that I had any kind of insight like that. It just washed away from me, and this is an issue I have with my intuition. So now, if I do have an intuitive insight, I try to put it to people in a way disguised as an idea, because if I tell them it's an intuitive insight, they're not going to understand that, or they'll think I'm nuts. And if I turn out to be wrong, then it just proves that to their, then you definitely look nuts when you're wrong. So we got back to the graveyard. I told my son about it. Completely forgot that I had this thing happen to me. Then one day around Christmas, I'm on Facebook, and I see everybody writing Ebony, like, please be strong, please hold up, we love you. I was like, what's wrong with Ebony? And she had been shot around Christmas, and she eventually died. She was a single mother. So I went with my friends to the funeral, and I didn't remember that I had that insight until maybe a week or two into the grieving process. I'm not sure exactly when, but it gave me the worst feeling. I felt so guilty. Like, I should have said something, but My whole life, I've been told that these ideas that I have are crazy. They don't really exist. You know, society doesn't accept it. And so I reached out to another intuitive person. I mean, I knew she was a tarot reader and stuff, and I was just out of desperation. And she helped me get through it. But once that happened, I just made a decision to. I don't really have an intuitive job, so I'm reading tarot cards, but I've just decided to make an effort to improve my intuition, because if I have another insight again, I guess I'm willing to look crazy if I have to. I guess I will tell people if I could stop something like that from happening, because she was a beautiful person. She was a good mother. And I have been afraid to say this to my close friends. I've told people that wouldn't care about it, you know, so much because they didn't know her. But I was so afraid that if my friends or anyone in her family knew that I had this insight, either they would just think I was crazy with grief, or they'd be angry at me for not having said something. So, but I mean, I didn't know her that well, but I did love her. I don't know why, but I did. She just had such a nice nature about her, and I felt terrible about her passing. It was very sad. So that's why I can't ignore it anymore, and I started just coming out. It was literally like coming out, and it was very hard. I just started admitting to people that I'm intuitive. So, but I don't have any control over it, and I don't expect my tarot cards to be 100% accurate or anything. So anyway, that's what happened.